Thank you. Okay, I'm going to hand things off to our last presenter. If you could stick with us for a few more minutes. Kai, please go ahead. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kai, coming from the University of Ottawa, and happy to be here to demonstrate my research. Uh, so, yeah, first a little bit background of my research topic. Like physical activity defined as any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscles that requires energy expenditure, while it refers to all movement, including like during later time for transportation, or as part of a person's work or domestic activities. While all physical activities could improve health in all populations, most popular ways to be active, including walking, cycling, welding, sports, and play. However, compared to other health like behaviors like sleep or meals, the role of the timing at which, for example, morning, afternoon, or evening, physical activity predominantly occurs during the day is most optical has been largely unknown. Well, as of today, the measurement of physical activity relied heavily on self-reported questionnaires, which struggle to capture those often sporadic and unconsciously performed activities, much less to determine their temporal distribution throughout the day. Fortunately, the widespread use of devices-based measures, particularly accelerometer in national health surveillance and monitoring system in countries such as Canada. We had the Canadian Health Measures Survey now provide the opportunity to record the detailed daily distribution of relevant physical activity votes across the population. So my research question is to examine how the timings of physical activity are associated with health outcomes among Canadians. More specifically, what are the prospective associations with incidence of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and mortality among Canadian adults? To answer the outline research questions, I use four of the data resources coming from RDC, the Canadian Health Measures Survey, which provides accelerometer measured physical activity. Here is a kind of example of how the mental level data looks like. We have day, hour, and every minute, and its corresponding intensity of magnitude of physical activity. Well, the linkage to data sets for health outcomes, including the Canadian Vital Statistics Death Database, offer death records with detailed causes. The Canadian Cancer Registry maintains records of cancer diagnosis and discharge abstract database, includes diagnosed registers of cardiovascular diseases and type 2 diabetes. For our methods, we categorize participants into different timing patterns of physical activity according to the timing window in which participants accumulate over 50% of their daily physical activity. For example, if a person prefers both of their physical activity in morning, he will be categorized as a morning pattern of physical activity. Here's a graph of the distribution of moderate to vigorous physical activity by different timing group of people. Well, at this stage, I could only demonstration some of the information regarding the characteristic of the distribution of the activity by our clock time. So the first graph shows the average distribution of all populations' daily physical activity. We could see that people tend to increase their physical activity in the morning and decrease after evening comes. And the second graph shows the proportion in different timing periods across different timing groups. For example, the morning group has the most of their physical activity accumulating in the morning period. For the mix, its proportions are evenly distributed. Our implications like the anticipated results will aim to optimize future public health guidelines and intervention strategies by identifying the most beneficial physical activity timings that could help us to have much more health benefits. That's all. Thanks for your time. Glad to have if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. If there are any last questions for any of the presenters, including Kai, you can put them in the chat or you can turn off or turn on your mic. But thank you to all of the presenters and all of you for coming out to our first Emerging Scholars webinar. Grant, would you like to say thank you in French?
Ah, merci à tout le monde pour être venu.